V
Anime that
made you cry.
So, is there any animes that made you soft inside and want to well up and have tears fall down your face?
Air.
Thank you. Jesus.
What about Clannad?
Actually,
Oh.
couldn't. I watched one episode of Clan. I'm like, I'm not doing this to myself. I watched Air. I know what's gonna happen.
Yeah,
Clannad
Air.
After Story.
Oh my
the
god,
feels.
Clannad
No,
After
it's
Story is
so
brutal.
hard.
It's so brutal. Yeah.
The overdrive.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean,
can't handle it.
Cardcaptor Sakura's made me cry too, just because, you know.
Every good anime has made me cry at least like
Yes.
once. Even like other things made me cry. Like I watched Mononoke Hime, and then when the god dies, I was just like,
Oh my
I'm crying now.
God. That's
Hayao Miyazaki is really good at that. And
Yeah.
Oh my
He's
God.
like Pixar.
climax in his little sequences, like
Japanese
in
Pixar.
Nausicaa, where near the end of the scene.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, that was
Yeah.
fantastic. Where all the different things are lifting her up.
Yep.
I was like, okay, I can.
And then you
get
just
that.
hear the old lady is like, oh, the field of gold that Pixar would walk on.
Yeah.
And you're like, ah! My eyes are sweating!
I have a story about Mononoke Hime actually. Me and my boyfriend, we watched it, and like halfway through, like as soon as all the bad stuff started happening to her and all the tragic things, I just started crying and I couldn't stop. Like I actually could not stop crying. I cried for like a good 20 minutes after the movie was over. I was just like, oh my god, why can't I stop? It's just this impacted me so much. I can't handle it. Like it was so emotional.
Also,
I know.
5 centimeters per second really tore me up.
Oh, I didn't cry at that.
Oh.
I was just kind of like, you deserve.
No, I was.
What?
No, I cried for the second half, where it was the girl who realized that
okay.
he wasn't in love with her, and then the moment when she says that one sign, or that one line where she's like, when he looks into my eyes, he's not looking at me, he's looking at the girl he wants to see. And I was like, oh, that dialogue, money, take my money.
No, for me, there was only one anime that really got to me. That it wasn't crying out of sadness. It was more like crying because the anime got me really, really depressed, and it was Grave of the Fireflies.
Yes.
That
For me,
is one
Grave
I
of
can only watch
Fireflies.
once.
I was just like, ah.
I feel like a bad person because I didn't cry during that because everyone recommended that movie to me. They're like, oh, you're definitely gonna cry when seeing this.
Not even when the adorable kids started
Don't
eating
spoil
marbles.
anything.
Oh my god, that was so depressing. Holy
Oh my
crap.
god. What got me is the ending. It's just
Yeah.
it was,
Yeah.
oh my
Ending
god,
is
he
sad.
struggled so hard.
Yeah, there's a
And-
lot of Miyazaki films that are really sad, like Tale of Princess Kaguya.
Yeah.
That was really sad too.
We're talking about anime that made you cry in terms of sadness. What about anime that made you cry in terms of happiness? Has that ever occurred to anybody here?
When it comes to manga, when I was reading Tsubasa and like towards the end where like things finally start making like you happy, I just bawled.
Yeah.
And same thing with the Fruits Baskets, the manga, when like the things started just tying together, I was just so happy. I was so happy, I cried of pure joy.
Yeah, the last few chapters of Fruits
Yeah.
Basket, definitely.
And Natsume Yujincho on a regular basis makes me cry out of joy because it's one of the only anime that I watch that is just happy all of the time and just a soothing happiness. Like it's the show that tells you that you deserve to be happy in your life.
I actually thought that that's a good anime. But
Yeah.
your question was interesting because I thought that there would be no anime for me when it comes to that. Like, I cry out of happiness, but
Yeah.
in hindsight, it would be Full Moon with Sagashite.
Oh yeah.
It was a long series. It was exhausting, but the ending
was exhausting.
so satisfying.
So worth
It was one of the most
So
satisfying
worth it.
endings
Yeah.
that I've ever seen. It was like, okay, I kind of teared up. It was actually a really fantastic and well worth it ending.
Yeah.
Yeah, Full Moon no
Very,
Sakashite is
very
definitely one of
satisfying.
my favorite
I
anime.
dropped
of
it
all
4
time.
episodes before it ended. Maybe I should finish it.
That's so jazz.
He's right, it was exhausting.
It was exhausting
Like
because
6 years ago.
It's 52 episodes and it gets repetitive, but the ending is still one of anime
Yeah.
history's best
Satisfying,
endings, most
yeah.
satisfying endings that I've ever
For me,
seen.
For me, on a personal note, the reason why I brought up this question was because of, again, Iteza na Kiss, which is my absolute favorite anime. Because Kotoko worked so hard to get the love interest that she's always ever wanted. She worked for like almost her entire life, and she finally gets what she deserves. And like at the very ending, I won't spoil anything, but I'm just kind of like, Kotoko, you deserved every moment of this, and I just cried Tears of Happiness.
That was me and Hanayori Dango for sure.
Yeah. And I was like that too, but Tezu no Kiss for me was next level. Anyway.
You know what? Anime just made me cry because I was like, oh my god, it's finally over. Just when they finally finished Inuyasha Final Act.
Yeah.
I was like, they finally finished it! It's done!
That's the one thing that Inuyasha has above Dragon Ball Z, because like Inuyasha, the regular jokes, it's Dragon Ball Z for girls. At least Inuyasha admitted that it was going to end. It ends on the note that it should.
Yeah.
While with Dragon Ball, you're like, still waiting.
Hey, Dragon Ball ended, then it came back. Thankfully.
Well, let us know what anime made you cry.
On the sad level and on the happy level.
Just one
Or
quick
maybe-
question. Am I the only one who cried during Pokemon the first movie?
Oh,
no,
crap!
That's
Wait,
everybody.
no,
That's
I
everyone.
cried out of frustration for that because
Oh.
I was so happy that Ash got turned to stone.
I know, I was
And then
just
when all the other Pokemon crying, I was like, okay, this is sad ending. This is a Shakespearean ending. It's fantastic. And then he came back to life, and I'm like, crap! Why?
I was like, Ash, you deserved it! And
You
then-
deserve everything that ever happened to you.
Yes. Ash.
This is why you stay in school, kids. Don't become Ash Ketchum.
Yes.
And
Don't get
also,
stoned.
If your mother is telling you to leave your house to go catch animals, you have a bad mom.
Yes. Let us know in the comments! Hey guys, it's Kim. Thanks so much for watching our videos. Make sure you leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Also follow the links in the description below so you can submit an article, as well as follow us on Facebook and Twitter. So till then, I hope to see you on our next video. Jamatane!
The best swordsman.
Zoro!
No one knows that.
Hashtag bias.
I don't know, I'm like kind of torn between Kenshin and like Zoro.
I like Zoro because he's got 3 swords and only 2 hands.
Alright,
Okay.
this is not opinion, this is fact. Kurogane from Tsubasa Chronicles.
Hirogane.
Never gotten his ass kicked. He fought Kamui, didn't get his ass kicked.
Kurogane.
The person who always
would
wins,
fuck
that's boring.
any of them up. No, like he's just a character that's there, and he gets challenges, but he